School districts are still scrambling to find new places to host their graduation ceremonies this spring. For some that have found a new venue, the change is costing them thousands. It all comes after the U of M announced last fall that it will not host high school graduations moving forward. And in the last few hours, we heard from the state's largest district about their plans. Jennifer Hoff joins us now with more on that. Jennifer.
Rena, for more than 10 years, Anoka Hennepin held ceremonies for its 4 high schools at Mariucci. Today, announcing it will instead move to U.S. Bank Stadium, and that comes with a new price tag, too, more than twice as much.
Winter may be here, but spring comes quick for high schools that had planned graduation ceremonies at Mariucci Arena, a longtime contract the University of Minnesota abruptly canceled in October.
This is the last thing that those school districts needed right now, especially from another state institution.
Senator Michael Kroon wrote a strongly worded letter to the U asking the president to reconsider or postpone the decision, impacting some 24 high schools, telling us today the executive vice president for finance and operations wouldn't budge.
They have an obligation to the people of Minnesota to treat those school districts fairly and with respect. And that wasn't done in this case.
In a prior statement, the U said hosting more than 20 events in 2 weeks is a, quote, significant strain on the university's limited resources that is no longer sustainable, pointing to other stadiums and concert halls. But Kroon says pivoting isn't easy.
They're running into problems on dates. They're running into problems on size. And on cost, because there's a lot that they have to juggle. It's not just simple as making a few phone calls.
We've since confirmed U.S. Bank will now host several districts, including Anoka Hennepin, a move that will cost more than $100,000 when Mariucci was just $55,000. And Osseo saying it's covering the increased cost within its existing budget, while Rosemount Apple Valley Eagan will move to the new Leon Penny Arena at St. Thomas, costing that district an additional $24,000. Kroon saying he's still frustrated with the U.
Seeing how they operate, I'm not impressed at all.
And besides Anoka Hennepin, Spring Lake Park is the other high school in Senator Kroon's district, but says it hasn't similarly committed to U.S. Bank in part because of these excess costs. Other districts like Hopkins and South Washington County, Rena, are also 2 other districts that just have not made a decision yet, which of course we all know, and anyone with kids know, that this is pretty late in the season for all of this still.
Yeah, you think it's December, but that graduation is going to roll around right before you know it. All right.
Very much, yep.
Thank you, Jennifer.
Yeah.